This is Bassin Lady. I'm your host, Bassin Lady. I took a little vacation, so I wasn't around for a while, but now we're back at it. We're going to have some fun now because we're talking bait today. I want to talk a little bit about my favorite bait company, Googan Baits, and I want to talk about why they're my favorite. That was a little company that was started a few years ago. A bunch of guys who did YouTube videos, fishing YouTube videos. They wanted to make some bait, but none of the companies would take them seriously because they're not pro anglers. So they set out on their own to make their own bait, and that's where Googan Baits was born. The original baits that came out were as follows: the bandito bug, the crack and crawl, the drop, the trench hog, the slim shake worm, and the mondo worm. They were the original baits that the guys actually made with a company called Ketchco. Ketchco has been in fishing for quite some time, and they believed in guys, so they partnered with them, made the baits, and it took off like skyrockets because the baits are made by and for backyard anglers, just like me and just like you. Not the pros, but people who just want to grab some bait, go out to the pond and have some fun, fish with the kids. That's how the company started, and that's why I like them, because they're just a bunch of average Joes out there having fun fishing, and so they made their own line. That's why I absolutely love Googan Baits. Now, we're going to go on. There is a box that I have here. It's called the Mondo Biggins XL box. You can get this at Dick's Sporting Goods. You can get it at Academy. You can get it from Googan themselves, googansquad.com. And you can get it from one of my favorite places, which is Shop Quarles. If you get on Shop Quarles, you get a discount if you join their club. It's a very good deal for their club, and you get great savings. That's where I bought mine from, Shop Quarles. Now, we're going to get into it. It has a lot of cool bait for you guys. First thing that comes in it is our Googan Squad fanny pack. Put this around you and carry all your bait with you to the pond or lake, or wherever you're going to fish. Okay. The first one is a poppin' filthy frog. This is a frog. It also has a popping motion, so it makes a lot of noise. Gets the water going, so it gets the fish attention, and of course they see the frog hopping along and they bite. Your second one is a Junior Scout. This is a great jerk bait. Your next one is a Grande Banger. This is a square bill, and this is the large size. This you're going to go after your big bass with. We all want that, right? The 4 or 5 pounder, 9 pounder, we all want it. Let's go after it with this. Next we have a thick jig. Jigs are great because they can go deep, get down where the fish are, and you can also stick a trailer. We'll talk about a trailer, which is something that hangs down below the skirt to get the fish's attention. We also have a mini clutch. This is a lipless crankbait. These are great. These can go in the middle when the fish are not up at the top of the water, not down deep. You're right in the middle. This is what you want to reach for. Then we have a Recon. Now this one goes deep. Has the big bill, so it goes down deep where the fish are. Imitates a bait fish. And then last, we have the bandito bug. This is what we'll put on the trailer of the jig. You stick one of these on. I'll show you how to do that in a later video. I'll show you how to do trailers in a little later video. But you'll stick one of these on that. It's the juice. They love it. They're going to smash it every time. Okay? That's it for this box. exciting news from Googan. They made rods. That's right, you heard me. Fishing rods. The guys really wanted to do rods, and they took months and months to make sure that the rods were exactly perfect for when they released them for us. Okay, the first rod I have here, I'll get it up, is my really long one. This is a muscle rod, okay? This is a 7.5 rod, so it's 7 feet 5 inches, and it is heavy extra fast. So this pulls all your heavy stuff. This is gonna pull your jigs, your frogs, and all that kind of stuff, all your really heavy stuff. This is what's you're gonna use because it's gonna help you to reel it in fast, okay? That's a muscle rod. This is the Gold Series rod. I also have what's called a go-to rod. This you can pretty much throw anything that you want to throw on it. It's go-to, it's a basic rod. That's good for throwing anything. This one is a 7 foot and it's a medium heavy, fast. So your medium to heavy baits you're going to put on this, and it's going to retrieve it fast for you. So these are really cool. This is a gold rod. They have a green series, which I do hope to get, but at my first couple I had to get the gold because I just love the looks of them. They are gorgeous. Okay, so with that, the baits are now going to coincide with the rods. So the first box I have is for the go-to rod. It's an all-round rod, so the baits that are in here, which Googan has made these boxes especially for the rods, this is the go-to. Now, just to give you an idea of some of the baits, there is a Grass Hero jig. This is a swim jig. You're going to swim this through the grass. So if you put a trailer on it, you want to make it weedless. Then there's the buzz bait. This is great top water. Early morning, early evening, you get the bites on this. They also have their new click bait. This is your real noisy jig, basically. Then you have the juicy jig. This is a really great all-round jig. Love the juicy jig. There is a banger. This is their little square bill. This dives 2 to 5 feet. So this is kind of midway on the water. Then we have the zinger. Love the zinger. This one is the bluegill pattern. This is your spinner bait. These blades, they twirl around, they make a lot of noise, catch the fish's attention, and they see the bluegill pattern and they dive after it because they think it's a bait fish. Really good fish catcher. And the last one is the Kraken crawl. We talked about this a little bit earlier. The Kraken crawl is made to look like a crawfish. You can either fish this as is on a Texas rig, which I will explain later, or you can use this as a trailer so that these appendages flap in the water and make a lot of noise. Fish love it. So that's the go-to box. I love all these baits. I would use them. Our next box is for the muscle rod. This is your heavy stuff. Something that's heavy, but you want to retrieve it fast. Here's the muscle. Okay, first thing up is a poppin' filthy frog. This one, you can pop along. If you can see, I don't know if you can. It has the little hollowed out part right there. That makes a lot of splash with the water. And then you can hop it along as a frog. Fish love it. Then you have the filthy frog. Regular frog, its nose does not have the indentation, it's regular, but you can walk this. As you jerk it, it'll go from side to side, which makes it look like the frog's kind of like switching back and forth. which the fish love. There's a thick jig. This is the heaviest of all the jigs. That gets it down where the fish are, down deep. You have another thick jig. And then you have the bandito bug. These are great trailers, or you can fish them with the jigs, or you can fish it by themselves. So that's that one. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I talked a little bit about baits. I'm going to get in depth further with the baits. I'm going to show you how to rig them up, talk about the little differences between all the baits, all the soft baits, and then I will get into some of the hard baits like you saw earlier with the Biggins XL box. There was a lot of hard baits in there. I'll tell you how you can fish them, whether they're top water, mid water, or deep. We'll get into all that later. Thank you so much for tuning in today. You know I gave you a lot of information. Watch the video a couple of times if you need. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll answer them as I get them. I would like to say please subscribe to my channel. Also hit the bell notification so that when I post you will get them. Tell all your friends. We're going to have fun. As soon as the weather breaks here, we're getting out on the water because I'm excited. Cannot wait. I hope you're going to join me. Thank you and have a great day.